Today we've got all the upgrades to cover for the Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 6, along with the first benchmark showcasing the device's performance, so make sure you hit subscribe and we'll get right into it. So first up, the Z Flip 6 has already appeared in 3C certification. While it doesn't show much, it shows that the Z Flip 6 with the 25-watt Samsung fast charger, which is the same fast charging speeds as last year. But just because it's listed with the 25-watt charger though, it doesn't mean that's actually the maximum speed, as the S24 Ultra was also listed with the same 25-watt charger, but that delivered a 45-watt fast charge. Now for anyone that wants maximum speeds while using the internet safely, we've also got today's video sponsor, IPVanish VPN. With an app for every platform, servers in every country, and a fast, reliable VPN, IPVanish is my go-to VPN that I've personally been using for many years. Whether you're doing things that you shouldn't be and want to hide it from your ISP, you're accessing personal data like banking on a public Wi-Fi, or you're just wanting to change location to another country to access a service, IPVanish has got you covered. My favorite thing about IPVanish is that you get unlimited bandwidth and unlimited connections, so you can use it on every single one of your devices and even share with friends and family. Now best of all, they're currently running an offer for just $2.75 a month, and it also comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you can go ahead and check it out now by clicking the link down in the description below. Now back to the Z Flip 6, and we've had a new tweet from Leaker Crow, and he advises we'll be getting an upgrade to 12GB of RAM depending on the region, a longer battery life than the predecessor, as well as a 120Hz external display. Now he also mentions that there's a possibility of an Exynos version for the Z Flip 6, but no other sources have mentioned this yet, and he also seems to be tweeting a lot lately with not so much of a proven track record, so I'd take this one with a grain of salt for now, but it would certainly be a great upgrade to have a 120Hz cover display. Now next up, we've got details on the Z Flip 6 performance thanks to a new benchmark that surfaced over on Geekbench 6, and we can see that the model we've got here is the USA variant, and thanks to the CPU information, we can confirm it's using the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3. Now it shows a Vulkan score of 15,084, which is pretty respectable, but it's still less than my S24 Ultra's 16,000 score. The listing does however confirm a Z Flip 6 that comes with 8GB of RAM, which is the same as its predecessor, although there are plenty of rumors that we will see a model with 12GB of RAM as well. Next up, we've got great news on the battery of the Z Flip 6 thanks to Galaxy Club. They've reported on the new batteries, and thankfully both dual batteries are going to be getting a small increase in capacity, and the total capacity is now going to be 4,000 mAh up from the Flip 5's 3,700. And it's not a huge difference, but it's certainly going to help, and along with a more efficient chipset, it will make the phone last a fair bit longer. Now one of the most important upgrades to the Z Flip 6 however is going to be an improved display, and the Galaxy Z Flip 6 is going to be coming with a brighter and more durable display. At the end of last year, Samsung patented their Ion Flex technology, and it's thought that this trademark relates to the new folding display that's going to be more durable than the previous versions, as well as more resistant to scratching. And another advantage is going to be reduced creasing in the center of the display. And while we've had many reports and rumors floating around about no crease at all, that's very unlikely to happen. Now of course, there's also going to be improvements to the display, including brightness, and if we look at the previous releases, the Flip phone tends to follow the S phone with its peak brightness level, which means that we should get a big increase this year. Now the S24 Ultra released with 2600 nits of peak brightness, and hopefully the Flip 6 will be the same, although given that it was a huge jump this year for the S phone, it may be a little bit less for the Z Flip 6. Now for those excited for the Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 6, we're now going to run through the full specs, design and pricing to help you guys decide if it is worth the wait, so make sure you subscribe now and we'll get right into it. So with the Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 6, we get a 6.7-inch foldable 120Hz dynamic AMOLED display. While it's the same size as its predecessor, we're expecting improvements in brightness, color accuracy and durability. It's coming with a resolution of 1080 by 2640, and it will of course be protected by Samsung's newest ultra-thin glass. There's also going to be less visible creasing in the new foldable display, as well as water and dust resistance. For the external cover display, we get a 120Hz dynamic AMOLED, and it's going to be protected by Gorilla Glass Victus 3. It's going to be a 3.4-inch display with a resolution of 720 by 748. And of course, we'll see all the usual improvements like increased brightness and color accuracy, as well as the native app support for the cover display. Now, the selfie camera is still unknown at the moment, but it's likely going to be another 10 megapixel camera. Then on the rear, it's a dual camera setup with a 50 megapixel primary camera and a 12 megapixel ultra-wide. It's going to be powered by the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 in all regions, and it's going to come with 8GB of RAM and up to 512GB storage, and this will of course be UFS 4.1. Now, it's coming with around a 3700 mAh battery. More fast charging is still currently unknown. We're hoping for some improvements to both wired and wireless charging. In terms of connectivity, we get advanced 5G, Bluetooth 5.3, Wi-Fi 7 and ultra-wideband support, and it's of course coming with One UI 6 based on Android 14. It's expected to launch from $1,050 and it's going to launch in August 2024. So overall, the Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 6 is another refinement to the series, offering a similar design but some new and improved hardware, as well as plenty of new AI features. Now, the new brighter display alone is going to make the Flip 6 much better for day-to-day use and a much better experience overall, especially when out in the sunlight, and of course, more durability is always a bonus. Now, given its similarities to the predecessor though, I can't imagine anyone with a Flip 5 is going to rush for an upgrade, but for anyone with an older Flip or looking to get their first Flip, then it's definitely going to be a great choice. Now, of course, launch is approaching and it's still a little while away, but we're no doubt going to get more and more leaks come in as we approach it, and I'll be sharing them as soon as they come in, so make sure you subscribe so you don't miss a thing in the future.